this year, especially on opening weekend. From Friday's Silent Disco Grove Party to Saturday's Tiger Lily Gold concert to Super Savings Sunday. Plus, free parking and all the amazing fair fun you've come to love over the years. Come on, let's all smile together at the Florida State Fair, February 8th through the 19th. Discounted advance tickets on sale at participating Wawa stores.
This is the radio program Spectrum 360. This is Mark Skogman
and TK Weeks,
hosts of Spectrum 360 on the 6 stations of the Tan Talk Radio Network. Spectrum 360 is a talk radio program that features politics, the arts, and popular culture from a progressive point of view. Spectrum 360 broadcasts for 1 hour weekly on Monday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern Time and anytime via webcast at spectrum360media.com. Remember, Spectrum 360, news, politics, and arts from a creative and progressive point of view.
Hi, this is Paul Malloy, host of Freedom Works, The Paul Malloy Show. I hope you'll join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, where we strive to bring you the libertarian perspective on political events of the day. There's no show quite like Freedom Works, with in-depth interviews, our ultimate top 10 list, and so much more. So join us for Freedom Works, The Paul Malloy Show, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Do you have questions after being injured in a car accident or injured because of someone's negligence? Do you feel overwhelmed or uncertain about the next steps after being injured in a crash? The personal injury attorneys at Peronic, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes have been helping their injured clients since 1955 and are now on this radio station to provide guidance to you. Listen to FLA Law each Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. Let their decades of experience help you and your family. Offices in Clearwater, non-attorney spokesman.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's time for the Kelly Kelly Show on the Tan Talk Radio Network with your hosts Kelly Kelly and Doug Kelly. Kelly is an award-winning photographer and travel writer, as well as the publisher of the popular ColorfulClearwater.com blog. And Doug is the author of 3 published books and a contributing editor for Florida Sportsman magazine. Now, here they are.
Yes, here we are. And looks like the Super Bowl is going to be the San Francisco 49ers against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I hope the Chiefs get beat. I'm sick of saying them in the Super Bowl, Ed. What do you think?
I'm just there for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, right. You and I guess 50 million other people, right?
Tired of seeing her.
Yeah. Well, I'm Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback, probably the best in the NFL, I would say, and good for him.
Well, the big thing is that the conspiracy theory is over.
What's that?
Well, the people that spin the records backwards looking for hidden meanings and stuff. Well,
like
supposedly the last 4 Super Bowls, they have picked the logo with the colors of the 2 teams that wind up in the Super Bowl, and they've done that a month before it is panned out. Now, this year, if you look, the colors are purple, which would be the Ravens, and red, which would be the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So they were saying all along it was going to be 49ers and Ravens. Well, now that it's not, we can put that to bed.
Yeah, finally.
One less thing.
Finally.
Good to know.
I'm just glad, though, that we had Brady and we beat the Chiefs right here in Tampa. So much for that. You know what? About a week or so ago, an amateur golfer won a PGA Pro tournament.
Huh.
Unbelievable. A guy named Nick Dunlap, age 20. Became a PGA Tour winner by claiming the American Express event in La Quinta, California. Shot 29 under par.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
He couldn't collect the winner's check, which was $1,512,000. So he did what anyone else would do. He turned pro. Now he's probably jinxed and he'll never win another golf tournament, right?
Probably so.
Whatever.
He couldn't even go to a bar and celebrate.
That's right.
Oh.
This is true.
By the way, we're joined with Big Ed Davis, the executive producer of the Kelly Kelly Show right here in the control booth, and always welcome his sage advice. He's quite the sports guru here in town as well. Kel?
You can also watch our show live on Facebook on our Kelly Kelly Show Facebook page. Plus, we'll appear on the station's YouTube channel, and each show is podcast at internetradiopros.com.
Yep. And we have two awesome guests today, with one being a real estate pro. She's going to tell us whether prices for properties are likely to rise or fall, when is a good time to buy, when's a better time to sell. All those things can make a huge difference in your bank account.
Yes.
Both in what comes out of it or what goes into it.
It's true. And our next guest gives us behind-the-scenes looks at how to manage a city's 1,800 employees with an annual budget of $600 million.
Yep, absolutely. By the way, if you're new to our show, let it be known that we're in our 6th year being on the air. We offer a very positive spin with responsible political and business leaders, as well as those with worthy events and charities around Tampa Bay.
We'll get right to our guest today, but first see if you know the answer to this trivia question. Speaking previously about the amateur winning a pro golf tournament, how many golf courses are there in the U.S.? 5,000, 10,000, or 15,000? The answer right after this.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
In 1955, the law firm now known as Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes made a decision. Instead of taking whatever cases came through their doors, they decided to focus specifically on personal injury. 64 years later, the law firm is one of Clearwater's longest-running personal injury firms. Available 24 hours a day with offices in Clearwater and throughout Tampa Bay, they're ready to put decades of experience to work for you if you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or injured due to someone's negligence or recklessness. If you feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or unsure about your next steps after being involved in an accident or after a loved one sustained serious injuries due to someone else's negligence, call Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes at 727-796-8282 or online at usalaw.com. That's 727-796-8282 or online at usalaw.com. Non-attorney spokesman.
Shop the largest selection of Guy Harvey apparel, artwork, and gift items at GuyHarvey.com. From the world-renowned marine wildlife artist, the Guy Harvey online shop features the latest in performance apparel, classic Guy Harvey t-shirts, decor for every room in your home, exquisite ocean-inspired jewelry, and unique gift items, including custom merchandise not available anyplace else. Browse an extensive catalog of original Guy Harvey works of art and a full range of beautiful reproductions. As with all Guy Harvey merchandise, a percentage of sales benefits the ocean conservation, research, and education work of the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation. The Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation will help ensure that future generations can enjoy and benefit from a well-balanced ocean ecosystem. Bring the undersea world into your everyday life at GuyHarvey.com.
Do you know what a truly special blog is? It's a website that's rated as one of the best in Florida, chock full of fantastic articles, humor, videos, and hundreds of cool pictures. So what blog is creating all that buzz? It's ColorfulClearwater.com, a blog on the internet created by Kelly Kelly. ColorfulClearwater.com is gaining in popularity every day due to its original writing and original videos and photography. It's updated several times per week with fresh content and includes everything about the color, culture, and vibrancy of Clearwater's citizens and businesses. Even though it covers just one city in Florida, ColorfulClearwater.com nonetheless is already outperforming blogs promoting tourist destinations and major sports teams. Hey, see for yourself. Give a visit to ColorfulClearwater.com and make it your source of enlightening insights and entertainment. That's ColorfulClearwater.com.
These days, amidst supply chain issues, staffing crises, and rising energy bills, it's not easy to be a successful entrepreneur in Clearwater. For many, financial fears have led to sleepless nights. On top of that, many more have employees and customers that they're trying to protect and reassure. A monumental task when they themselves are struggling with burnout. We're all experiencing a lot of intense emotions. So where can you find safe harbor? At Amplify Clearwater. Amplify Clearwater is your Chamber of Commerce, and the name says it all, to make Clearwater larger, greater, stronger. Here you'll find like-minded members who are seeking opportunities to learn from each other, to collaborate, network, support, and do business together. Every business owner's goal in 2022 is to grow their business. If you need help, your friends at Amplify Clearwater are here for you. Submit your application today at amplifyclearwater.com/join.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Well, thanks for sticking with us here on the Kelly Show. I'm Doug Kelly. We're here with my better 7/8, Kelly, and Big Ed Davis. And before the break, we asked a question. How many golf courses are there in the United States? Did you guess 5,000, 10,000, or about 15,000? The answer is 15,000 golf courses.
That's amazing. We
That's
sure
phenomenal.
like our golf, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so now we introduce proudly our first guest. And Kelly, I'll
All
let you.
right. Michelle Cheneau has called this area home. And over the years, she's grown very passionate about what? Real estate.
Real estate.
Development and investments and buying. and
Her
selling.
real estate is unreal.
Yes,
It is.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
inspired her to start the Clearwater Renaissance Foundation to help restore quality of life downtown.
How nice.
Yeah, she has in-depth local knowledge about all real estate options, and she takes the time to listen and understands what matters most to each of her clients.
That's important.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really important.
She's the expert to have on your side when it comes to buying or selling a home or property in Island Estates, Clearwater Beach, Bel Air Bluffs, or the surrounding Clearwater communities.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Michelle.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Great.
And you
And
also brought along your son, Mike Cheneau.
I did bring him along. He has a lot of knowledge and he has done a lot with me, so I thought he would enjoy it.
Awesome.
well, that's wonderful.
Mhm.
And you said he could take a car engine and take it apart and
Yes,
put it back
his
together
hobby-
again.
his
And
hobby
everything
is
else,
definitely
pretty
hard.
much.
Yeah, he's definitely a very handy guy and can change your oil anytime. He has a long list of people that do that. I mean, people love him to come by and fix something for him. So.
Multi-talented.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well, you mentioned your roots were in Tennessee.
Yes.
So
Nashville.
how so?
I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee,
Mhm.
and then I went off to college at Baylor in Texas. And after that, came here 30 plus years ago when I got married and was here and raised my children here. And I've been here a little over 30 years and have lived in Island Estates almost that entire time.
Wow, fantastic.
So yes, long time.
Excellent, excellent. And so what got you into the real estate business? Is it something you've done all from the very beginning or you fell into it after
Well,
doing something else?
Very good question. My background is in accounting.
Hmm.
Yes.
Ah.
So I was a CFO of hospital administration in Nashville, and I worked with HCA Columbia. And then came from there. When I got married, I came here and I became the CFO of a small little museum in Bel Air called the Gulf Coast Museum. Actually, it was called, at that time, it was called Florida Gulf Coast Art Center. That's way before your time. It's like 20 years ago. That closed and they moved out to Ulmerton Road and started Gulf Coast Museum of Art. Is now, unfortunately, because it was with the county. But we raised $6 million. I was a big fundraiser in that area and got to know a lot of people. Then became a stay-at-home mom for 8 years. And after that, I got into real estate. And I'd already I have 2 master's degrees in finance and in art history because of the art museum. So I kind of wasn't sure where to go after the kids got a little older. And that's how I got into real estate because we were right in the middle of a recession. And at that time, people needed more financial background and advice. For a lot of people had short sales and foreclosures. So it was quite helpful in those years to come into it at that point.
So do you sell low-income housing as well as
What?
mansions
Well, if you
or everything
if
in
you-
between?
and this might what I do is because I come to the table typically with so much background in banking and mergers and acquisitions from hospitals. We used to buy and sell hospitals and financial information, that it seems like most people that I work with are investors or people that have very, very, very complex deals that need either a lawyer or somebody that has an understanding can work with their lawyer. So I get the fun projects, which I do enjoy actually. And so, yeah, I mainly work now at this point in my career, I've been in it 15 years. I work mainly with listing agents because I know so many people in the area now that people call me to sell their home.
Now, define what a listing agent is.
Listing agent would be somebody that is you call upon to sell your home. So, and we do both. Don't be confused that a listing agent can't be a buyer's agent. I can't tell you more than 50% of my transactions are both sides.
I see.
People call me to buy the home that I have on for sale.
Gotcha.
But usually newer agents come in and they don't know the sellers, so they start off as buying agents, and then it takes years and years to become a listing agent, more or less. But I love it, and I've been doing it for a long time. Right now, though, or for the last few years since COVID, our market has been very, very confusing for most consumers.
Mm-hmm.
It has been not as predicted. Nothing has gone as it's been a constant debate on YouTube and internet of what's going to happen next. The Fed hasn't helped matters with either lowering interest rates for a while there and then raising interest rates now to all-time highs for a while. Well, not all-time highs,
confusing,
excuse me. Yeah, just in the last few years highs. But now the big question on the table is what's coming next? What's going to happen in 2024? And most people have heard the Fed say that they are going to lower interest rates at some point throughout 2024. We all know it's an election year. And so typically during those years, we have a more positive economic result of one kind or another. So many people are anticipating that the rates will be cut 4 times in 2024.
Four times?
Well, they've raised them, 18 times over the last 2 years. So they're thinking 4. Many people are even saying they might lower them 12 times. So there's a big debate on how many cuts are coming. And then most importantly, when. Because we have a huge group of buyers, pin-up buyers, that we call them the move-up buyers. You're in this house that you got an interest rate of 2%, 3% back a few years ago, and you can't move up, even if you've had 3 kids and you just really need more space. You don't have the ability right now to sell that home, even though there's equity there. You can't leave that 2 or 3% interest rate and go to an 8% interest rate.
Sure.
Especially when supply is so limited.
Right.
So we kind of have a messed up market, as many people have said. So,
Well, let's say I want to buy a house.
yes,
You would probably ask me what my price range might be.
yes.
So there's no point in me looking for a house that's over my head or under me, or
No $3 million homes for you, Doug.
Well,
sorry.
right
not more than
now,
$100 down. I could swing it.
the home prices have doubled in many, many pockets of our county.
That's true, too.
Out for the last 2-3 years. Everybody has been talking about it. If you were lucky enough to buy a home in 2019 or 20, not knowing the COVID was coming, not knowing the things that have happened, you would be going, wow, I just made a buku of money and didn't even mean to. And there were many people, since I live on the beach and have been there so long, they didn't know. They thought a recession was coming. Remember it's been like recession's coming. So many people sold their house in 2020 and got off the beach and went to, say, a condo. And they're calling me back now because condos, sadly, have had the MERS and the Sears reports because of the sunrise collapse of the condo buildings. So those HOA fees have more than doubled.
Wow.
Insurance rates have doubled. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So condos are becoming an issue of complexity. And then you turn around and they're trying to come back to a house and those prices have doubled.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so angry. They're losing money on their condo. They're coming back to houses. They can't afford that now. They're just, So it's
And when you say
big,
HOA, you're talking about
I'm sorry.
homeowners associations.
Yes, I am.
Gotcha.
Yeah, those fees have really gone up. And it's not anything that you couldn't see directly, but it's mainly insurance costs. It's number one. That's number one.
Number one on insurance.
Oh, the insurance
Well, it's
increase.
that way for homes too.
Well, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, they're having to increase their reserves and they're having to increase repair reserves based on the new guidelines that have come out
I
under
see.
these studies. So it's quite
That's tough.
interesting right now.
That's tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing, even in our own situation, where we're a homeowner, and the house has gone up in value, probably, like you said,
Yeah, many
At least a third.
Oh, at least a third. Well,
Yeah.
at least even 50%,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
many more than
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
right. Good.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to mention something that
Well, he was
Maxine?
saying that a lot of the back to the condos, many are fully funded. Or do you want to say that? That many?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
So, from what I've understood and from what I've heard, the reason that the HOA fees are going up so high is because of the collapse in Miami with the building. Yeah. So when that happened, Ron DeSantis, as well as several other legislators, agreed that basically we need to have fully funded reserves for these associations in the event of problems, repairs, things like that, so that they don't have to jack rates up. They don't have to have crisis issues for people that are living from on their pensions or whatever it is. They're not all of a sudden kicked out of their homes because repairs come along and all the prices just shoot up and shoot up and shoot up. So unfortunately, it's had the adverse effect because now the prices are coming up to fund the reserves that were supposed to protect the prices from going up in the first place. But now they have to do, like she was saying, the mirrors and sears, where they have to check the architecture. They have to make sure that the buildings are stable. Now, fortunately, here in Clearwater, we have a lot of, I call them bulletproof buildings, where they are hurricane shelters. They're extremely thick, very strong, and they're obviously passing, most of them, the flying colors. But in some of the other areas, you get further north, further south, they're not built as strong. Some even new construction wasn't built to some of the standards that they're bringing out now. When I say new, I mean within the past 5-10 years. But yeah, it can get really, really expensive. And so you're seeing people getting kicked out of their condos, kicked out of their homes, more or less. Not literally in a sense, but they're unable to priced out.
Sure.
They're getting priced out of these homes that they've stayed in for many, many years and being forced into the housing market, which is a complete, toss up.
I got you. So if somebody, all these things, luckily.
Yes.
And of course, you're referring to like 4 years ago, the condo in Miami Beach that collapsed.
Yep.
It's sort of, now it's just built like a building block of prevention. And prevention always costs a lot of money.
Exactly.
And everybody is a middleman because they have to buy materials.
Yes.
And wood prices have gone up, cement, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Okay. But let's say Kelly and I come to you and we say we want to buy a house in the $400,000 range.
And that is the median right now in Pinellas County.
Is it?
It is. The median is actually around, it's the median for Pinellas County is $455,000.
Oh, good
That's
guess.
the median price.
Okay. All right. So what would you do with this?
Well, at this point, here's the fun part of this challenge. So many homes right now, 500,000 and below. We would start. You want to search for that, and they go quickly. Those homes below 500,000 are still in high demand,
I see.
and they're not only in high demand from buyers that are actually going to live there and reside in the property as a primary residence, but they're actually being fought over by investors.
Wow.
Okay, so we have a huge pent-up demand for homes that are below 400. And back in the day, and I hate to sound like I'm dating myself here, but you and I probably very easily remember homes, the average being 250 to 300. I mean, so a $500,000 home was just unheard of. I mean, that was a huge jump up, right?
And it does not sound, it wasn't that long ago either.
It wasn't. It was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
And so now you see these homes that, for lack of a better word, are just your average one-story bungalow home throughout Clearwater and throughout all of our county. And you and I, who have been here a long time, would think, that those are going to be, around 300, maybe 350, 200, 200, somewhere in that range. And they're selling, the ones that are remodeled are selling at, 400 or 500 easily.
Right.
Well, I'm going to date myself too.
Okay.
Back in 1988.
Oh, okay.
I moved to the Florida Keys.
Okay.
And bought a 2-story stilted house in the Keys, Florida Keys.
Okay.
For
on the water.
On the water.
Oh, on the water.
For $188,000.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It'd be $1 million.
I went by there recently.
Okay.
And talked to the new owners, and I said, "What's your house worth?" He said, "Well, I turned down a $1.54 million."
See, it's crazy.
And I couldn't
know.
keep my foot out of my rear end all the way back to my car. And why didn't I sit on this dead gun house? But everybody's in that boat.
Everybody right now. And I hear that every day.
Yeah,
So myself personally wish I hadn't sold a couple houses I sold back in 2019
or
and
you
20.
wish you hadn't bought a couple of them.
Well, maybe.
Investment houses, right?
There you go.
Yep.
And it sounds really good that, hey, we can sell our house for $500,000, but you got to go somewhere.
And therein lies the big intersection. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's your move up buyer. That's so many people today. I can't tell you how many people call me, like I said, as a selling agent and say, I want to sell my home. What else is available? And then I'm at, and that's where our market right now is a little bit broken. I think it's just a little bit, we've got to get some balance somewhere in the economy on that issue. So until we have more supply, the move up buyer is somewhat stuck. And many people I listen to so many podcasts on TV. I mean, on my computer every single day, at least 3 or 4 on my computer, on my little iPhone here. And I'll tell you, the big answer that many people are getting from the experts throughout the country are many people are renting those homes out and trying to find something else to buy because they don't want to give up that mortgage rate.
Yeah, it's true. True enough.
So it's going to be a big renter nation here. There's a big discussion of that.
That's
true. You've been a very successful realtor.
Sure, thank you.
And what's the biggest sale you've had in dollar wise?
Oh, wow. I've had over 4 million in sales. Oh, well, no, but I sell 30 or 40 million at least myself a year. I have a team of 6 agents, so together we sell close to 100 million in a year. So we do a lot of business, but yeah, I'm very busy.
Very nice.
And I will say this too. I would like to say, we are seeing right now that the spring market is what everybody talks about in Florida, that we have a spring selling season. And that's when all the snowbirds come down. Well, it's very widely noted right now that we have a very early spring season coming in right now. We are busier in January than we've been in a long time.
Really? That's interesting.
So people are buying, people are selling. It's just been very, very busy this past
You're
month.
about to become a TV star.
Oh, that too.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that.
Yes. We interviewed, me and my 2 sons, my whole team, went to Vinoy back in October because we got invited actually via email from these producers in California called American Dream TV. And at first I thought, how you do. So I talked to my broker and some other people that had done it. And I just wanted to get some general exposure, thinking it was a TV segment, like this, a radio segment. When I got there, it was actually a TV show. They wanted some hosts, and they were doing this nationwide. And every city, there's one in Tampa, there's one in Orlando, there's one, all the big cities. So it's called Selling Clearwater.
Cool.
And it is a positive. It's not it's a reality TV show, but it is nothing but work. It's a very positive. That's why it's got a Grammy nominated show. It's been around for 6 years now. And if you go to AmericanDreamTV.com, you'll see all these segments all across the country. And what it does is it really helps people see other parts of the country by using local realtors, us and our team. Our job for the next 12 months is to show why Clearwater is so great. And I know.
You're going to showcase Clearwater.
And yes, we just did our first segment last month, and it's going to come on here in the next week or so. I'm waiting to get the TV schedule, so I should have that any day now.
Very good.
But it's awesome, and they just give great photography and great production, and it looks amazing. And it's not about us. We're there to help people see Clearwater.
Sure.
So that's what we do.
Very good. Now, give us the contact info for your real estate business.
All right. Our team, we're through Caldwell Banker in Bel Air and Clearwater Beach. And if you want to get all the information, just go to our team name is beachislandgroup.com, big, but beachislandgroup.com. And my phone number, and you can call me because it's also the office number, is 727-481-5700.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good.
Well, it's been wonderful having you on the show, Michelle and Mike.
Oh, sure.
Time flies, doesn't it?
I know. I was like, is it already over? That was really quick.
It really is. It's been very enlightening.
I could talk to you 100 more things.
Yes. Well, we'll have you back on the show at some point, too. Absolutely.
Thank you.
We wish you nothing but continued success, not success. You're already successful, but continued success. And Mike, same with your endeavors. And
and if we need a $4 million house.
Yes, that's true.
Like I said, if it's not more than $100 down, I think I could swing.
Yes, thank you. But I really want the $400,000 homes right now because those are just the ones that are going so quick.
We are getting letters, phone calls all over the place we will buy your house as is for
everybody.
cash.
Everybody is. They do that to me too.
Yeah.
Everybody's competing with investors right
Exactly.
now. It's a huge issue because you've got first-time home buyers and young people that are coming in there trying to get an FHA loan and get approved. They have to have their appraiser come out, and then if you're a seller, why would you go for that as opposed to having an investor from another country show up with cash, buy out an entire zip code, and then rent them out for 30% above market value? Blackstone, Vanguard, all those mega corporations, and then so it's just. You have to find somebody that's willing to take the time and help walk you through it and give you a really strong front, knows what they're doing. That's why right now everybody's wise about real estate, but not everybody wants to hire an agent.
Yeah.
So
understood.
That's
it's
true.
important to have somebody that wants to
It
help
is.
you.
Absolutely.
Thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a jiffy. But first, see if you know this trivia question. What is the oldest university in the United States? Is it Boston University, Penn State, or Harvard? The answer right after this.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
In 1955, the law firm now known as Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes made a decision. Instead of taking whatever cases came through their doors, they decided to focus specifically on personal injury. 64 years later, the law firm is one of Clearwater's longest-running personal injury firms. Available 24 hours a day with offices in Clearwater and throughout Tampa Bay, they're ready to put decades of experience to work for you if you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or injured due to someone's negligence or recklessness. If you feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or unsure about your next steps after being involved in an accident or after a loved one sustains serious injuries due to someone else's negligence, call Pernick, Caulfield, Averill, and Noyes at 727-796-8282 or online at usalaw.com. That's 727-796-8282 or online at usalaw.com. Non-attorney spokesman.
Shop the largest selection of Guy Harvey apparel, artwork, and gift items at GuyHarvey.com. From the world-renowned marine wildlife artist, the Guy Harvey online shop features the latest in performance apparel, classic Guy Harvey t-shirts, decor for every room in your home, exquisite ocean-inspired jewelry, and unique gift items, including custom merchandise not available anyplace else. Browse an extensive catalog of original Guy Harvey works of art and a full range of beautiful reproductions. As with all Guy Harvey merchandise, a percentage of sales benefits the ocean conservation, research, and education work of the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation. The Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation will help ensure that future generations can enjoy and benefit from a well-balanced ocean ecosystem. Bring the undersea world into your everyday life at GuyHarvey.com.
Do you know what a truly special blog is? It's a website that's rated as one of the best in Florida, chock full of fantastic articles, humor, videos, and hundreds of cool pictures. So what blog is creating all that buzz? It's ColorfulClearwater.com, a blog on the internet created by Kelly Kelly. ColorfulClearwater.com is gaining in popularity every day due to its original writing and original videos and photography. It's updated several times per week with fresh content and includes everything about the color, culture, and vibrancy of Clearwater's citizens and businesses. Even though it covers just one city in Florida, ColorfulClearwater.com nonetheless is already outperforming blogs promoting tourist destinations and major sports teams. Hey, see for yourself. Give a visit to ColorfulClearwater.com and make it your source of enlightening insights and entertainment. That's ColorfulClearwater.com.
Ask any successful entrepreneur. They'll tell you that the fundamental way to grow a business is through strategic connections. Relationships drive business. Forming a solid network of reliable contacts is essential to your growth. And there's no better way to get connected in Clearwater than through membership in Amplify Clearwater, your Chamber of Commerce for Clearwater and Clearwater Beach. Amplify Clearwater is your first level of support. Membership affords you the opportunity to meet like-minded business owners you otherwise wouldn't have met. You'll be able to collaborate, network, support, bond, and do business with each other. Interested? Then visit amplifyclearwater.com. There you'll find all the information you need to make an informed decision and start the membership application process. Amplify Clearwater. One community, one chamber, one vision. Join today at amplifyclearwater.com.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
You want from the action.
Well, listen, thank you for being with us on the Kelly Show. We almost missed our mark there. Thank you, Ed. And Kelly, we did have the question and the...
We did. We had a trivia question just before the break. It's, what is the oldest university in the United States? Is it Boston University, Penn State, or Harvard? And I would have guessed Harvard, and that is the correct answer.
That is. I would have said probably Penn State, with Pennsylvania being, sort of
you're not from New England. But.
I guess I'm not. And then answer that. And of course, Harvard's in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
And it was started in 1636, which is completely amazing because you think about the pilgrims around that time, 1620.
I can imagine what that first session must have been like.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's introduce our next guest. She's a very important person here in our neck of the woods.
She is. She's the main woman.
The main woman.
In Clearwater. Jennifer Poyer became the city manager of Clearwater on April 4th, 2023. She came to the city in August 2018 as Human Resources Assistant Director and quickly was promoted to Human Resources Director. Prior to her time in Clearwater, she worked as Human Resources Director at the city of Treasure Island for more than 9 years.
I love that beach.
Yeah.
I love Clearwater Beach, but I love Treasure Island. That's beautiful. Really, really.
Why don't we let her tell us about her education?
Okay. What about your educational background? And welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
Great.
So I did my undergraduate at the University of South Florida. Go Bulls.
All right. They did good last year.
Yeah, they did.
They started to win. That's great.
And then I got my graduate degree. I got an MBA from Florida Atlantic University.
The Owls?
The Owls, the Fighting
Howard
Owls.
Schnellenberger. Yes, indeed.
Okay. And you're also certified through the High Performance Leadership Academy, a certified professional in human resources, and you're a member of the International City County Management Association. Wow.
That's pretty good. I was a Boy Scout.
Well, thank you.
Yes. So not quite the same credentials you have, but pretty close. Also in 2019, Jennifer was honored as the 2019 People First honoree by the Tampa Bay Business Journal. So congratulations.
Thank you.
That's impressive.
Wonderful. Everybody I pretty much know in and around town. I know some people around Clearwater, and so does Kelly. Have nothing but superlatives to say about what job you're doing, how you're handling people. And, really when it comes down to everything, it's how you deal with people motivationally and how you have constructive criticism when you use praise and when not. You're obviously quite a pro at that.
My background in human resources, I think, has absolutely served me well, although not a traditional path for a city manager.
Right.
I think it should be. Because if it wasn't for that experience in building relationships, maintaining relationships, accountability, talking to people, being present, it's everything. And and I absolutely think that is what has served me so well in this role thus far.
Well, congratulations.
Perfect.
That's wonderful. For those who don't know, Clearwater is the second largest city in Pinellas County, the third largest in Tampa Bay.
Correct.
And tell us how many employees and what is the annual budget?
So we have just shy of 1,900 employees.
Wow.
Yeah. Then that's full and part-time. But so we are, it's one of those things that because of all the amazing services that we supply our residents, that it takes that kind of employees.
Yes.
We do have quite a bit of a high vacancy rate. I know everybody is struggling with labor issues right now. So, but that's what we've got.
And your annual budget, I think, is over $600 million.
It is.
Yeah. So this is not a mom and pop operation.
It is no. It is
By
not.
any stretch of the imagination. So give us a sketch, a instant replay of a typical day that you would have.
Well, it's going to depend on the day, but
Okay.
or the week. So, for example, this is a council week, and so Monday is a work session. And that starts at 1:30, and then Thursday night we have the council meeting. So during these weeks, we are busy preparing and making sure that the council has everything that they need to have a successful meeting. the off weeks that are not council meetings, we are preparing for the council meetings. But my role is largely made up of meetings.
Okay.
I spend a lot of time in meetings, meeting with the public, meeting with the businesses. I meet with council. I meet with every single one of our council members weekly.
Wow.
For a minimum of an hour.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
For a minimum of an hour.
Yeah.
What could they possibly say?
It depends on the council member.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
But for those who are unaware of again, since our show is Tampa Bay, Clearwater has a management city council form of government.
That's correct.
Not a strong mayor. And therefore, there's 5 council members, and all basically have equal power. The mayor can help a little bit with the agenda, but actually they're limited in a way because they cannot make a motion or second a motion.
That is correct.
So you have to deal with obviously 5 different personalities. At least it's not 7 or 9 or 10 or 12.
I agree.
That's true.
I agree.
But I'm still stuck on that 1 hour minimum meeting. I mean,
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
What do they typically talk about with you?
So what I have learned in my almost year here is I structure the meetings. And so I have an ongoing list of things that I talk about all 5. With all 5.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
So they all get the exact same information. The only time that varies is if something happens in between, right?
Mhm.
So
Okay.
because I don't meet with them all on the same day. They start on Tuesday and end on Thursday. So depending on things that happen would be the only reason they have different information. But I structure the meetings. A lot of it has to do with what's coming up on the agenda or topics or things that we're hearing from the community, things like that. But I make sure that I keep them very well informed. So they're not
so
surprised.
It's mostly you are telling them.
It
They're
is.
not
Informing
telling you.
information.
Okay.
Yeah, but certainly I open it up for, what do you need from me?
Okay.
So it's both, but I structure the meeting in terms of like I have a list of things that I want to make sure that I go over with them.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I have a better understanding now.
Yeah,
So
that's
thank
good.
you for that.
And then also, on the other weeks and times, you said you meet with different department. How many department heads do you have? There's
20.
a lot.
I would say,
20.
And we just today, at our work session, we are reorganizing, but I'm pretty sure that number is 20.
Okay, that's a lot.
It is. Now,
that's a
not
lot.
all 20 departments report directly to me. I do have 2 assistant city managers, and so we divide up those departments. And so I think I have 8 that report directly to me.
Good. So you've got Dan Slaughter.
I do.
And you've got Michael Delk.
I do.
2 great guys.
Amazing.
They've been on our show, both of them, several times. Dan, in particular, used to be the police chief. So he has that unique background.
Yes, he does.
And so you've got a really good team.
I have an amazing team.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge advantage.
Would it be overstepping my bounds to ask which 8 report to you?
Not at all.
Okay.
It is police, fire, IT, public communications, city clerk, HR, finance. I didn't say finance already.
Well, no, I don't think you did.
Yeah.
I think.
Good. That's pretty good off the top of your head. That
I
wasn't bad.
think that's it.
Okay.
I apologize if I forgot somebody.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
That's great.
But then
Okay.
again, you do have 12 other departments too that report to your assistant, and if there's an issue, they bring that to your attention. Of
Absolutely.
Course, of
Yep.
course.
That's another part of the meetings that I do is I do weekly meetings with the assistant city managers as well, so that we are all on the same page and have the same information.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
So it's all meetings.
It is a lot of meetings, but
yeah.
not just for the sake of a meeting. I don't do that. I don't think it's productive, but communicating is something, I listen a lot. And one of the things that I observed and I heard was that we needed to work on communication. And so I spend a lot of time communicating, making sure everybody is very well informed, so we don't have any lapses. Anything happens to any one of us, other people should easily be able to pick up the ball. We know where we're at on all the same topics. So
Perfect.
a lot of time is spent on just making sure that we're good at communicating.
Yeah.
Before Treasure Island, what was your life like?
Still in HR and still in government. I did another 7 years at the city of Gulfport.
Good
That's where I
Lord.
started my
You don't look
government
like- You don't
experience.
look like you're that old.
I know.
Well, thank you.
6 years here, 9 years here.
Yeah.
That's
She
pretty
must have started when she was 5.
Yeah, I'm in kindergarten, right?
Yeah.
you were in HR. So have you always been in Florida or Clearwater, or where do you hail from?
I have lived in Pinellas County since I was 2 years old.
Okay.
So I've been here a long time.
Okay.
That qualifies as a native in my eyes. So.
Well, she's not wearing a grass skirt, but
Yeah.
that's true. Now,
Okay.
so since you were here since you were 2, where were you born?
I was born in North Carolina,
Oh, that's a great
where?
state too.
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville. We were just talking with Michelle Chenault about North Carolina before the show, and what a lovely, that whole Rockies, the west part of North Carolina, and all up in Tennessee and et cetera. So, but do you ever go back up there? Do you pretty much stay down here?
Yeah, I pretty much stay down here. All my I don't have any family left up there or anything like that. All my family is really in Florida.
Well, let's talk about your family.
That's nice.
So my mom is here in Pinellas County with me. She lives locally, about 5 minutes away from me.
How nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's nice having her close. And then I have 2 brothers that also live here. So we have a small family, but a very tight-knit family.
Mm-hmm.
My father's in Jacksonville, and I have a brother up there with him as well. And then I have my daughter. She is 20, and she goes to the University of Central Florida.
All right.
Yeah.
A knight.
She is a knight,
Yes.
And she is looking into public safety. So she's a criminal justice major. So we'll have another public servant in the family. And then my husband is the deputy fire chief of St. Pete Beach.
Ah, very
Nice.
good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So a lot
Okay.
of civic service for
Yes.
your whole family. That's fantastic. What by chance does your dad do in Jacksonville?
He's a broker. He's not in government.
He's not in government. Okay, only exception. And your other brother there?
He goes to the University of UF, University of Florida. So he is an accounting major.
Okay. Well,
Very good.
Even though he's a Gator, we still like him. But that's wonderful. So you were telling us about something that's going to be decided and discussed tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
So we are having our strategic plan update meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
This is a work session where we will bring forward our plan that was unanimously approved last year. We don't plan on making significant changes or recommendations to the actual plan document, but we are bringing forward a new work plan. And so this will be a list of priorities that staff has prioritized to say this is what we think we need to work on next year. And so we will be engaging with council tomorrow morning to see if they are on the same page or if there's anything that we've forgotten or they wanted to change. And then from there, we will build the budget. So the strategic plan served us well last year. It guided everything that we did. And since then, we've really built upon that. All of our agenda items talk to where from the strategic plan they are meeting those objectives. We've done a lot of engagement with our employees in terms of making them feel a part of something bigger by helping them understand how they fit into the bigger picture.
Oh, very nice.
It's become our brand.
That's motivating.
It is.
Yes.
We're doing a I Make Clearwater Thrive branding campaign right now with our staff so that they really feel a part of it, where they get to submit how they make Clearwater thrive as it relates to the strategic plan. So we've put a lot of work in developing this plan, and it'll be updated annually to make sure that it stays relevant. So
Very, very good. And now citizens can attend. There's not going to be a public speaking. Our citizens to be heard.
That is
but
correct.
you can come and listen it's at 9 o'clock, you said, right?
It is at 9 a.m.
And where is it being held?
At the main library.
At the main library. Down
And
in
people can also watch it.
Can they?
You can. We are having some audio issues.
Yes,
I
we
know
know.
that's something that we have heard of. We are working on it.
Okay.
It's a matter of replacing some equipment.
Okay.
But so we hope that the audio is better for this. But if not, we will have an audio file that we will update later if you can't hear it at that time.
I got you. I got you. That's really great. Well, we have a few little fun things to ask you.
Okay.
These are called Would You Rather questions. All right.
Yes.
I'll start it off. Would you rather be able to travel to the future or the past?
Ooh. I'm going to say the future.
That's more of a curiosity thing, right? What's befallen us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would
What's
you say?
That's a tough one, I don't know. Past, there's so many things
in the past.
Well, there's
Yeah.
so many things I'd love to go back and witness that happened.
I thought you have witnessed all.
You're very
Good
mean.
point.
You're very, very mean to me.
I am.
I dye my hair gray. I'm telling you right
That's
now,
true.
it's not
Yeah.
naturally gray.
Oh,
All right. Okay. So she said she'd go to the future.
Yeah, I would too.
Would you? All right. I think I'd go to a past event.
okay.
All right.
Would you rather have a conversation with your past self or your future self?
I'm going to stick with the future.
Me too. You already know what happened in the past. Why would you converse with them?
Well, you could go back and maybe atone for some things you did mistakes or something regret that you could change.
I already know my mistakes, so I don't.
Learn from them and moving on.
Okay. Would you rather be able to converse with animals or speak in all foreign languages?
It's tough.
Oh, these are good ones.
These are great questions.
Yeah.
That is, both.
Yeah.
Both are awesome.
Both are awesome. I'm a huge animal lover.
Me too.
I have a German Shepherd. She's my baby. My other baby. But it probably, for all the, for the betterment of all, it would be all languages.
All languages.
Okay.
I think I would like
answer.
to speak with animals. All animals.
That'd be
They
nice.
have these devices now where you can say something in English and it'll convert it right then and
Well,
there in another
To
language.
something else, yeah.
Man.
They need
maybe.
that for animals.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be.
Gosh, it would be.
All
Imagine.
right.
Love to know what my dog thinks.
Same.
Yeah.
Would you rather be Superwoman or Batwoman?
Oh, Superwoman.
Yeah, me too.
You are Superwoman.
Thank
You're
you.
already Superwoman. To be able to fly in
Yeah.
any capacity. I mean, who wouldn't
Yeah.
want to have that ability? Would you rather be a famous author or a famous artist?
I'm going to go with Arthur on that because I have zero creativity. So I just would not at all be me whatsoever to be an artist.
Yeah. Okay. She's a very good artist, Kelly.
Are you?
Yes, she is. She does not promote it, doesn't use it. But I've seen some of her sketches and work, and she's really, really good.
Well, I don't believe you ever told me that.
Yes, I have. I have told you that.
Now I'm interested and I want to see them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Understood.
Would you rather receive flowers or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Good answer.
Can't really, the flowers wilt.
Yeah.
They're pretty,
Yeah.
but who doesn't like to eat chocolate?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just lovely. Okay. Would you rather be 20 for the rest of your life or 40?
Gosh, these are great questions, but tough. I'm gonna go with 40.
You got more under your belt that way, right?
Yeah, and
Experience.
I do feel like I'm a better human at 40 than I was at 20.
Yes.
Just from experiences and
Agree with that 100%.
I agree with that, but I would rather look 20.
same.
Well, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Would you rather be 20 or 40 if you could be one of the two ages?
I am 20.
I'm not talking about
That's
your
good.
IQ. I'm talking about your age.
Good one. All right.
I would never want to be 20 again.
Yeah.
Physically.
It's too foolish a time of your life.
It was too much work.
Too much work.
Yeah, it was. I think that's when you get all your knowledge,
Yeah.
And sometimes you learn the hard way.
True.
I learned a lot of things the hard way when I was 20.
Yeah. And when you're 40,
Same.
you're really not old.
No, not at all.
So you've still got youth in your corner.
I wouldn't
You can
mind
do
being 40
things. You're
again.
not physically limited, and you don't look so bad, hopefully.
All right.
All right. Well,
Last but not least, would you rather have $30 million in your bank account or again be invited on the Kelly Kelly Show?
Well, again, be invited on the Kelly Kelly
see,
Show.
that was the fastest answer of all of them.
Oh.
Easiest question.
Now, the answer is give me half and I'll invite you.
You take $30 and jump. What are you
That's
talking
right.
about rather than be on our show?
Okay.
Anyway, well, it's been fun chatting with you. Give us the contact info for those who would like more information about the city of Clearwater.
Sure. So go to our website. It's myclearwater.com. And we've redesigned our website. So everything that you need to know or
Yes,
want
you
to
have.
know, you can find it right on there, including my contact information, which is my name. It's just jennifer.poirier@myclearwater.com.
And Poirier is Poirrier.
Well done.
How about that? No U's in there.
No use.
And I'm not from New York City saying that either. Anyhow, yes, thanks so much again for being with us. Best of luck, continued success.
Thank you.
Good health to you. And
You're doing a fantastic
you're doing
job.
a great job. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
around town because we
Will do.
pop up here and there too.
I see you out.
All right, Jennifer Poirier. And Kel, let's thank our guests.
Our guests today were Michelle Chanot with her son Mike and Jennifer Poirier.
Do you like, is it Poirier or Poirier?
I say Poirier.
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 Yeah.
It's just easier.
Rhymes with
It's just
lawyer.
easier. That's
Poirier.
exactly it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Very
I
good.
remember you told me the first time I met you.
Yep.
Rhymes with lawyer.
We also want to thank three gentlemen who help promote our show. They're name droppers is what we're doing, basically. But they do an ad every day that appears on Tan Talk Radio Network to tell people to listen to the Kelly Kelly Show. And I'm speaking here of the great baseball slugger Wade Boggs, who won the World Series with the Yankees and also played for the Rays.
And the Red Sox.
And the Red Sox.
You can't forget that.
For the most of the time. And also Guy Harvey, Dr. Guy Harvey, the marine conservationist and fantastic artist, marine artist. And the former coach, Jimmy Johnson, of both the incredible, phenomenal, never losing Miami Hurricanes, 5 national championships. I'm not prejudiced. I'm just bringing up a point.
You let that go.
Yes, and also won 2 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys. So we're indebted to them for doing that. And Kel, it's time for our verse.
Our verse for the week, Romans 13:1. Let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established.
All right, I buy that. And always remember this, my little chickadees. Don't go looking for happiness. Take it with you. In behalf of Kelly, Ed Davis, and I, thanks for listening. Tune in every Monday right now here at the same place, and we look forward to talking and hearing from you again.
Thanks for listening to the award-winning Kelly Kelly Show on the Tan Talk Radio Network.